Hey, don't miss the play. Flurry Sports will save your day. Cracking jokes with sports insight. Zach and Jake, they get it right. Fuck yeah.
Welcome back to the Flurry Sports Podcast. Week 1 of the NFL season's almost in the books. We got the Vikings and Bears tonight, so we'll be done in time for that to start. So everything we're predicting, who knows what happens tonight? But really, Jake, who cares? That's kind of our thoughts. We, as always, this season, are naming our 2 storylines, the biggest storylines of the week, and I can only assume Monday does not matter, right? Yeah, like it's not a big deal.
Does anyone like fully believe in either of these teams? No, we're out, you know?
No.
Only one Monday Night Football game has ever wrecked our show, and it was when we had to live call the death of Damar Hamlin.
Oh, yeah. That was interesting. There was a lot of things going on, notably.
Yeah, we were getting like updates. I felt like we were breaking it to people. We're like, this is bad. And look, now he's contributed, dog. That's
the hardest part, and maybe we need to pat ourselves on the back. Not only did we do that, we did it while the TV was on silent. We weren't hearing what was going on. So like it was just memeing someone's death, a lot of things going on, reading Twitter, like figuring out we had to put the puzzle pieces together. It was an escape room of Damar Hamlin's death, and then we found our way out.
And so did Damar.
Yeah. And pretty much by the time we figured it out, Damar came too. Actually, that's not true. That was like a couple weeks later. Okay.
But he made it, and that's what matters. And now look at him.
Yeah. Hard Knock superstar for an episode.
Claire Claire watched that episode but missed the introduction. So it was like, who's this guy that's like leading Bible studies and shit? This dude's just like super into it. And they showed it was Damar, and she's like, I get it. You know, I'd get into it too.
I mean, it's easy to come to Jesus when you literally see him. You know, if you get to shake his hand first, it's easier to believe.
I would, by the way, least annoying recruit to a Bible study ever. It's like, okay, I'll go to your Bible study. Oh, tomorrow? I guess I kind of have to.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You can't. No, Damar. Fucking get over it.
I get it. You know?
Brush him off.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. So, yeah.
All I was going to say, I was at the dentist. So if you hear a slight lisp today, that's what's going on, people. But I bring it to you, the people. I was so jazzed up. The dentist was asking me about the football games, or the assistant. What's that called? Vice dentist?
Hygienist? Vice dentist, I think. Assistant to the dentist. I'm not sure.
I think it's hygienist. Anyway, this was her hot take. And I told her, I was like, I do a podcast. I'm going to repeat that tonight. She goes, any game that goes past 10 p.m. should be a forfeit. That was her opinion on the Ravens-Bills game.
I mean, that would have been a much better ending than what we got, I'm sure. You know?
I was like, did you watch the end of it? And she's like, no. And frankly, I judge people who did. Which
okay.
Hot takes. Yeah, 100%. But I agree. I also went to bed at 40-25. And so let's talk about it, people. We're here.
Yeah, fair enough. A lot of people missed that one, and that makes sense. But I don't know. If Lamar's on the TV screen, I can't turn it off.
That's fair. Or, Big Dalton Kincaid, dude. Revenge game. Him versus his hands.
True. Yeah, he kind of overcame. Good game from him. But we are going to name our 2 biggest storylines of the week. We are going to be picking the last team to lose. Obviously, we are going to do it by the best process we know how to. And then we have one more thing that I don't. Oh, week 1 overreactions, title of the fucking episode.
Yeah.
The stream right now. So I asked you all 10 questions, 10 statements really, and you had to say if it was an overreaction or not. A lot of overreactions happening today. This is the ultimate overreaction Monday after week 1 of the NFL season. We may know less today than we did a week from before, but we are 1,000% more confident. That's what today's about.
Yeah. I feel very confident.
Oh, I know. I know who the Super Bowl winner is going to be. I get it. I understand. And by the way, so does everybody else. They think it's the Green Bay Packers. We'll talk about that in a little bit. A lot of people very confident. Like we've seen what we need to see. We're good. We're good to go on that front.
I do like the idea. I was thinking about this today. Is like how I'm not saying I think this is going to happen, but how far along could the bandwagon go before you caved a little bit? You're like, I feel like the week you're like, no, I do think they're going to win it. Jordan Love snaps an ankle. Like,
oh, for sure. If I ever get fully turned to Jordan Love, like being pro Jordan Love, he will go Deshaun Watson on everybody.
Oh, that's not the way I thought that was going to go.
I know. And by the way, I'll stand strong for everybody. There you go. No problem.
And then he'll be in no matter what he does.
I have to. If I turn sides, there's no going back.
Got to stay in. But we'll talk about all that. So, Zach, where do you want to start today?
Let's start off the top with the storylines, the two biggest storylines of the week. So Jake and I will have to agree on the top two. I have a list of a few that I think are big. The first one I'll say, I assume it has to be in there. But I don't know how specifically to title it unless we just go right on the nose. And that's Jalen Carter, the spitter, getting thrown out for spitting. That has to be the biggest story, I think.
If we're talking storylines of the week, I agree. I thought there was two ways to do it. Yeah. 1 week, it's that. Because it's like, okay, that's the big storyline. That's how I'm going to remember week 1. It's 3 weeks from now. I'm going to be like, remember when Jalen Carter spit on that guy?
Bingo. Yeah. I want this to be like, I've completely forgotten week 4 when this insane thing happened.
Yeah. And that mixed with rain delay.
Yeah. A lot of things happen. There's a lot of weird shit happening in that game.
On top of a Micah Parsons-less Cowboys.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's fights immediately and the entire time.
One dude's leg immediately shattered.
Yeah.
And then Jalen Carter spit on Dak. That was the pause.
But then my favorite part of the entire spitting fiasco is the alternate angle. There was a second spitter. It turned into a JFK situation. Like, no. Wait a minute.
By the way, shooter. Have we ever seen that where by the time it got to the press conference, it was already spun? Because Dak was answering questions like he did it.
He did. I think he did. That's the fun part. He spit first. Did it make it to Jalen? I don't know. But it seems like Dak spit first. And then Jalen was like, oh, that wasn't a spit. Watch me do this. And then he took it to another level. He basically patted the ref and said, watch this shit. Then he did it in front of the ref. So.
Listen, I feel both ways. You can't be the second guy ever.
Can't, especially in situations like that. Like, make it less obvious.
No, it's like exactly the dude in the Packard Lions game who just threw the helmet.
Yeah, Brian Branch. But what I do appreciate about him is he got caught and then he kept going. Like, let's keep it going. Let's take it to the extreme here. Might as well.
They can't get Jalen Carter to stop spitting on Dak. That would have been funny.
Holding him down, making him open his mouth, spit in his mouth. That's what should happen.
Part 2, I will say, against Dak, this is the exact same defense Draymond Green used when he couldn't stop kicking people in the dick. I just have wild legs. You can't knock me for kicking. I'm a kicker.
Yeah. Jalen Carter should just said I had something in my mouth. I don't know. Sorry.
I spit all the time was Dak's excuse.
It's a medical condition. I have extra saliva.
I'm allergic to other football players.
That works too. Whatever you have to do. But I think Jalen Carter, the spitter, I feel like has to be. It started the week. We're still talking about it. We still don't have a resolution, which I think is also fun. He could get suspended for this.
I also like that it was kind of like an exclamation point of like, is the Eagles defense thin? Like they lost their best player and suddenly they're a lot worse. And it's like, I don't know if that's what that means, but we'll find out. Hey, it's a storyline.
What if he does it again? Then the Eagles are going to be right back in the same situation.
What if they suspend him? What if this is what RFK Jr. really cares about? He comes in. We can't have spitters out here.
That might be the thing. I'm down for that too.
It could be.
I hope he's like the biggest suspension we've ever seen. Like this is unacceptable in our league. That's disgusting.
By the way, sorry, not sorry, but I am going to use this as a segue. Speaking of RFK Jr., my storyline nominee is Aaron Rodgers.
He's on my list as well. 'Cause he's the best player in the league. That's disgusting. By the way, sorry, but I am going to use this as a segue. Speaking of RFK Jr., my storyline nominee is Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. He's on my list as well. He's
Yeah. If I didn't know if we were going to do like storylines to continue watching or just for the week, even just for the week, I think I was happy to beat anyone associated with the Jets alone. This is up there for me. But obviously he's back. He had a great game, but like,
really good game.
I don't think anyone realized. I knew he wanted to win. I feel like his movie just ended. I feel like in his head, he was like, this is what I wanted to do.
Well, there's another game coming up, though. He plays the Packers. After that, he may just retire if he wins that. It doesn't matter after that.
That is so true. But yes, I think especially with that run up, but even just the game itself, like him versus Fields, like two guys flipping, and Rodgers getting the top of that. I think that was a storyline itself in the best game that wasn't the Sunday night game.
Yeah, probably. It was a back and forth, way high scoring. It was weird. It was high scoring.
Definitely, like, listen, Rodgers won. He played a hell of a game. If Fields runs, I think Fields wins. Like if he just gets 100%. That first down, I think they have the game won. So it is, football, game of inches. But
he looked over at Mike Tomlin, and he remembers Mike Tomlin saying, "Hey, look downfield. You don't have to run every single time." So then he stood there, and then TJ Watt and company win.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, another thing that happened. Why? This isn't a storyline, but why pick a fight with Hayward? Is that the last person you'd want to fight with? He's so huge.
Yes, it's like whenever I see a brawl and involves Penei Sewell. I don't understand that either. But Hayward's on defense, now that Aaron Donald's gone, I think he's number one for me.
Yeah, you don't fuck with Hayward.
Yeah.
Cam Hayward's too big.
There's some crazy linebackers I'm not thinking of right now, but Cam Hayward's up there for sure.
His head is the size of most people's torsos.
Yeah. Fred Wagner. I want no piece of Fred Wagner, but he seems nice. Is it Fred Warner? Yeah.
Fred Warner. Bobby Wagner, Fred Warner.
They are the same person. We don't talk about this enough. In my head, same one. I can never remember which one played for the Seahawks.
Wagner.
Yeah.
But Warner played the Seahawks this week, so natural confusion there.
And I always think of the clip where Jalen Reed calls Fred Warner Freddie Wooger.
True. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Nino has a overreaction of his own, says Igbuka better than Jerry Rice this week. And hey, if Jerry wants to compete, lace up the cleats. We'll see. Never know.
Hey, you know what? Definitely better this week.
100%. What have you done for me lately, Jerry? Jerry
That's
Rice
the show today, by the way. Yeah, you lost. Yeah. You're done, dude.
Yeah. Another storyline I have, so we can discuss the last one, the second one. Again, I don't think this is for this week, but I do think it's something to talk about. The new / old kicking rule, I think, is completely taking over. I think this is like changing the game because like 60-yard field goals are casual now because they get to use, for people who don't know, previously for like the past couple decades, you could work a football for 30 minutes prior to the game to wear it in. And now the kickers can bring their own kicking football again. This hasn't been the case since I think it was a Brett Favre changed rule.
Yeah.
Because a kicking ball came in, Brett had to try to throw it and it was slippery as shit. And Brett threw an interception. And that's the reason Brett threw the interception. It wasn't anything else. So they changed that rule. But now it's like a worn-in football. So now we saw like a 50-yard field goal in every game, I think. And then 60-yarders. We saw that 70-yarder in the preseason. It's insane. Like, I think you cross the midfield line, basically. So that paired with the 35-yard touchback, like, this is a completely different football now, I think.
It definitely became a part of this week's storyline because of a couple big kicks. Like Matt Prater. I mean,
Prater for sure
crushed that one, and it was like, the ball was worn in. I think he gave it credit after the game. I think he was talking about it. Yeah,
and it didn't matter into the outcome of the game. That really fast, long field goal by Bucker too. Yeah. They had to rush in and kick that. It was like casual. It was insane.
You know what? That wasn't even the kicking rule I thought you were talking about, but I totally agree. I was also like, new kick return. I'm in on it.
Really?
I don't like the look of it, but I'm in on, no doubt in my mind, we're going to have a couple kick return for touchdowns this year.
Yeah, what they changed about it for this year is you could have up to 3 people back there now.
Yeah.
So you can get a running start, lead blockers and have some misdirection, stuff like that.
And absolutely no run up still from the kicking team. I think
Yeah.
we saw a bunch of kicks come out to the 30 and beyond. So I'm in
Yeah.
for the kick mattering. I know it looks weird. So I'm
I'm
more, yeah.
I'm okay with this if we change the onside back. I hate the onside rule, and there's no reason for it.
I agree. Just, yeah, 100%. I don't have a solution to that, but I agree. My last one,
Just change it back. There's nothing wrong with it. Why do I have to
True.
tell the other team I'm kicking an onside?
Yeah. Yeah, as long as I kick it past my line of scrimmage, would that be the rule you make? Because it couldn't be 10 yards.
It can't be 10 now just because of the way we line up for the regular kickoff now. But like, there's something you can do it. There should be a surprise onside. There's no reason for there not to be a surprise onside.
Yeah, I agree. And Zach, lastly, I think you'll understand why this is a nominee. I'm wondering how to word it, but I'm going to go with Daniel Jones, our Lord and Savior, is our final storyline for the week. I think probably more specifically, and if we wanted to go storyline to watch, but for this week, Daniel Jones just put an ass whooping on the Dolphins. So much so that Mike McDaniel might get fucking fired. Which, yeah. So that in itself, crazy. This is the actual storyline, which is we came into the season, and even if folks were like, okay, Daniel Jones is going to bounce back. You said as much. I've heard other people be like, I think he's going to be better than the folks give him credit for. I don't know if we fully reckoned with what is about to happen if Daniel Jones, let's say, plays comeback player of the year caliber, and the Giants suck. Like, we're about to blow up.
Yeah.
Because if he goes and does that, Joe Shane is the worst sports personnel person of all time. He tried to make him a safety.
Yeah, he's bad, but I mean, if that happens, the only thing that'll really happen is that people just say the whole Giants and Jets both are the exact same franchise, because we just saw this with Sam Darnold last year.
Yeah, I guess I'm combining it with Barkley, but you're 100% right. It's the same circumstance. But today, people are like, this is awesome. I was like, we're already calling for Dart. Like, I'm like, I want Daniel Jones to ruin Jackson Dart's career. Daniel Jones is going to play so good that they have to try and squeeze Dart in. And then he's going to be bad because they're playing him too soon.
And I love and hate that there isn't even a consideration to play Jameis Winston. There's not even a thought. Does not matter. He is not there to be playing football. He's not there for that. He knows his role.
Which is, okay, maybe not at all. But I do think what's kind of wild about this is, don't we think he's kind of on the team so that no matter what, you don't have to play Dart?
You would think so.
And one weekend, we saw a sneak peek of MVP Daniel Jones, and we're like, fucking hell, dude, our white rookie better be good.
Then people that hate Russell Wilson, they hate him.
Hey.
Cannot stand him.
Danger Russ.
Other storylines I have the Chiefs are completely screwed. That is being talked about, end of the dynasty. They're in last place in their division alone. First time in a long time.
It's a great one.
I have the Aaron Rodgers is back.
Nice.
I have Micah Parsons and the Packers are winning the Super Bowl. Real deal. And then I have, just as the final storyline, just Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson. That continues right away.
I mean, that was the one that I think we should mention, is like, that game is a storyline. I'm kind of already sick of it from today's talking point. It was great, but
it was
like,
a good game.
It was an unbelievable game, and they are going to do the same thing in 4 months, and we'll see who wins then. You know? So
I'll guess.
I don't know. You know what I did here today is Harbaugh washed, which I kind of liked. I like that.
Two things happened. Harbaugh, fully out on Harbaugh. That's what everyone's saying. This happens every time the Ravens lose a big game. And then Lamar Jackson can't win the big game. What did Lamar do? I can't believe he made Derrick Henry fumble the football and let the defense give up all those points. That's crazy. How did Lamar do that?
By the way, Derrick Henry's the most intimidating person on planet Earth. He apologized for fumbling the football in the locker room, and I was like, "No, it's my fault, Derrick.
Yeah, true.
That's on me." No, I think those are all the big storylines. I also had the Lions Packers game. I had it written as rest in peace, Frank Regno.
Yeah, Lions are missing him big time.
That's tough. Listen, go back, go. Also, we'll see which line that was more a depiction of between those two, but we'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
Yeah, I think those are all good. I'm looking through the other ones to see if there's anything. Nah, I think those are the big stories.
But we got to decide on the second one. We know Jalen Carter. We're still talking about it. So
Jalen Carter, number one. My vote would be Rodgers with the New York stuff, but yeah.
So what's the stinger? What is it?
Oh, revenge
Aaron
game.
Aaron Rodgers revenge game.
Yeah,
that works. That works.
Yeah, Aaron Glenn made him fly out to break up.
True, that's true. That wasn't really talked about in the game, was it? I didn't hear that part actually.
I don't think so. But what I think between that and the fact that Justin Fields also, it was like in his mind, this game's about me, dude.
Yeah.
And I do love that. Yeah. It's like everything that was true about Rodgers was true about Fields, and he just didn't win.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Justin Fields started like 4 games. Like,
yeah,
it wasn't the same.
Disrespected.
Sure, but
that's how he feels. They replaced him, brand shiny new 45-year-old object.
It's his truth. That's fair. It's his truth.
And it doesn't matter because he lost.
True. And by the way, Justin Fields reunited with his college teammate. Love it. With the Jets with Garrett Wilson. Everyone's so excited about it. Aaron Rodgers asked for Alan Lazard. This guy fucking stinks. Like, we hate this guy. Why do you want to play with someone and the Devontae Adams? Oh, you want to play with Devontae Adams? Go get a room.
Devontae, by the way, I don't understand. The only thing with Lazard is Lazard's pretty bad. I guess that's
after argument. week one last year, we're like, okay, Alan Lazard can play football. He's good. Okay.
After one catch by DeAndre Hopkins, I was like, people are too hard on this guy.
Oh, Hopkins is great. I will never say a bad word about DeAndre Hopkins.
He stuck one arm up for 2 receptions, and it was like, he's in.
He's one of the best of all time.
I know. Zach.
Thank you to everybody chatting, by the way.
Yeah, let's get to some of these chats, dude.
I don't know the context, but I do love this from Nino that I'd rather get ran over by a car than fight Myles Garrett. And that's fair.
We were talking about scariest people to fight.
Oh, and Myles Garrett may hit you with his car. He's very, reckless behind the wheel as well. He would ask if you played for the University of Georgia. True. Nino's going to get 8.46 PPR from Swift. Guaranteed that. Jameis is arguably the best locker room guy. I'm pretty sure is what that was. And that is true. Jameis is the best. Kyle, welcome back. He was with me.
This is a tough setup, Kyle.
I have the Bears defense. Opponent has Jefferson. Who do you think will win? I think you may have it because Christian Darrisaw is out for the Vikings tonight. I think you can get a couple sacks there. I think you're good to go. And are we riding with Ken Walker or moving him for a Harvey or Henderson type? I wouldn't move him for them. So I'm sticking with Ken Walker if those are your options.
Yeah.
Okay. So
let's talk winners, dude.
Let's talk winners, and I'll just bring it up so we can look at it. We won't even need to.
And keep those chats coming in. We appreciate it.
Yes, for sure. Let's make our faces bigger because let's. The show's about us. Let's be honest. Okay, so Jake, would you like to introduce what we are doing here?
That's right. This segment is called Winners Only, presented by us. I was going to think of a witty sponsor. Couldn't do it. But anyway, sponsored by Spindrift. Stay refreshed. Anyway, sure. Sponsored the show. But what we're doing today, Zach, we are picking. It's what have you done for me lately, baby? We spent all off season like fools talking about what teams were going to be good. Week 1 comes around, they show us. So now we know who's good and who's bad. Exactly half of the league, minus the Bears and the Vikings. That's on you. Should have played sooner. So they're out. So is every loser. Hate to break it to you, Browns fans. You're done. Hope's dead.
Yep.
So,
sorry about it.
That's right. So Zach and I are, of course, going to pick the best team remaining the only way we know how. We're going to be drafting back and forth, trying to pick the team that will remain undefeated the longest.
Yes. And for those at home, scouring schedules, figuring it out, who has the best matchups down the road, just so you know, we did not do that. We agreed on this. We've been recording for 25 minutes. We agreed on this 26 minutes ago. So
Yes.
we have not been looking. We do not know, other than our, we're big brain people. So
Yeah.
I can pretty much guarantee one of us will pick the last remaining lossless team. One of us will be able to do it. So we are going to go back and forth. I'll let you pick first. We'll do snake style. We can only pick winners. Who is going to be the last remaining team? And then we will come back here. We will figure out an answer. How long do you think it'll be? Do you think we'll get an 8-0 team? Or do you think that's too long?
I think we'll get an 8-0 team this year.
Okay. Okay. And Jake's calling a shot because he has the first overall
Right here.
pick. Who is that going to be?
I almost want to make you pick this team because I know you are not a believer, but I'm a believer, baby. This was their hardest game of the year. Buffalo Bills. You're coming off the board, number 1.
Bills is fair. I'll write it down just so we remember.
How many teams in the league they're going to put up as many points as they just put up?
Probably not many. However, doesn't matter, Jake. That does not matter. So I get to pick 2 now.
Straight up doesn't matter. That's fair. Okay.
You know what? That's a great point. Also, it does not matter. So I get to pick 2. I'm going to pick the Eagles for sure.
Yeah, great pick.
And then it gets interesting. Do I pick the Raiders? I will not.
I can't wait to see, by the way, the team we unanimously agree we don't believe in you.
Right. That's fair. I'm excited for that as well. So I'm going to go you know what? Eagles and Buccaneers. Give me a little bit of Baker Mayfield.
I was about to take the Buccaneers. I agree completely. The Eagles, are you worried at all about that game against the Cowboys? I know some folks were like, ooh, it was closer than we thought.
I think the Cowboys are good. I think the Eagles offensive line, it was a little banged up, but they need to get better. But they certainly needed help on the defensive front, and they went out and signed Zadarius Smith immediately. So that's a decent pickup just in the middle of a week 1,
Yeah.
They're
and the
doing
logic
fine.
on the Bucs, bad division.
Bad division, and I think they're a solid football team. Like, I think their offense is going to be really good. Defense, we'll see, but I have no idea about their schedule. I think their offense will be able to compete with anybody.
Now, Zach, my question. Is it dumb if I immediately hedge my bets with these next 2 picks? Or do I stay separated? Then I'm going to pick 2 of the best NFC teams remaining. I'm going to go Washington and Green Bay. If I had to put them in order, I would have picked Green Bay first.
There you go.
Listen to the Lombardi Suite. More heartbreaking info about the Packers. My opinion on it, it's a good game. You beat a really good team. Maybe not all those things stay that good, but hell, they were the second most dominant win of the day. You got to take that against the Lions team. So can't complain. Luke Van Ness, Iowa's finest.
Luke Van Ness. Honestly, it was the best game we've seen from a number of Packers. Like, obviously, the presence of Micah Parsons helps the defensive front, because I think Rashawn Gary got a sack and a half. That never happens. That almost totals like his last year's total. Like, it doesn't matter. A stat that I will bring up on Lombardi Sweep on Wednesday: Micah Parsons had almost as many sacks against the Commanders last year as Rashawn Gary had total. I think Micah Parsons had 4.5. But I think that arguably was Jordan Love's best football game as well. He had some bad moments, but that's just Jordan Love, baby. He threw the ball better than I've seen him throw it, to be honest.
I think that's good. I also, a guy that we've given credit to before as much as I want. We're Packer critics because I want the Packers to be good. Jeff Hafley seems to be the fucking man.
He's good.
He's got that defense humming. So I'll give him credit. And you put me in my places. We were texting because it is true. I can't just say the O-line had a good game because that is not statistically accurate. But pass protection was a win, a huge win.
They held Aiden Hutchinson in check.
Yeah.
whether there was rust or not doesn't really matter. He was ridiculous last year. So assuming he hasn't just fully regressed after the injury, like they held him in check for almost the entire game.
If we figure out how to get Josh Jacobs 1 yard of daylight, watch out.
Watch out. What could happen on Thursday. To your point, one of these picks will most likely get a loss on Thursday, but there will be one person watching on Thursday rooting for a tie.
Hang on. You. If they draw, I'm the smartest man alive.
Yeah, we'll clip it. I can promise you that.
That's awesome. Okay. I will say, just to talk briefly on the Commanders, very good. The only reason I'm not higher on them is because they beat the Giants. I mean, they looked great.
Yeah.
Good team. It just felt like, okay, good. You did what you were supposed to. So we'll see. Test 100%. Game. But one of these teams, I can't both be wrong. I have a guaranteed 2-0 team.
That is true. That is very true.
Or perhaps 2 1-0-1 teams.
Maybe. I don't know who these teams play. I don't think they play each other. But I'm going to go 2 AFC West teams. I'm going to go with the Chargers and the Broncos. They both looked really good. I think they're really, really good teams. The Chargers obviously beat the Chiefs. Looked everything that we've been hoping the Chargers to do.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert looked really, really good. The receivers finally looked really, really good, and they have some defensive playmakers. The Broncos are just extremely sound. They're a really, really good football team. Best defense in the league, and then if Bo Nix plays better, they're going to be. They have one of the best O-lines. They're really good.
Heard someone make a point today, like, also how gross is it that all 4 of these teams probably have a Hall of Fame coach?
Yeah.
So well coached. So Broncos, I 100% agree because I think people are like weirdly underestimating their defense. Like they're just saying they're good, and it's like they're unbelievably good. So
yeah, they're stupid good.
Chargers, never seen a game more automatically be like, now everyone agrees they're going to win the division, which is so funny. It's like, well, you beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
You must be winning the division.
Hey, I'm not sure if the Chiefs can climb themselves out of this hole. Look at that. They're all the way on the bottom.
That's right. I am going to go a team we know is going to rack up wins. Okay.
If you need me to scroll, by the way, let me know. So there's 3 at the bottom in the NFC West.
I can't wait to see which NFC West teams I end up with. But we won't find that out right now.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the team who's going to rack up wins, and I know it. I just don't know how consecutive they be, but there's no world where the Pittsburgh Steelers don't get to at least 500. And they look great. So I am starting to pick a lot of teams that are playing each other in upcoming weeks, but we'll get to that when we get to it.
Yeah. Is what it is. Then you got one more.
Yeah. Who do I want? Is there anyone above these, or is that the top of the list?
Nope. That's just the Bills.
Oh, already got them.
So then you got the 3 at the bottom. NFC South is done. NFC North is done.
So it's the NFC 3 at the bottom. It's the 3 at the bottom and the AFC South.
In Raiders.
Oh, sorry to push this off for another one. Geno Smith fucking rules, dude. I won't.
You also get the Bengals too, by the way.
Do I immediately retract my love of Geno Smith? No.
Geno Smith rules though.
He had a great game, and they're just not. No, I retracted. There's just no world where the last team. There's no world that's true. I am gonna go Bengals. Fully switched my opinion on it. Yeah. The Bengals, listen, for all their knocks, no one said they couldn't get hot. Like, there's a world where they rattle off 7 in a row.
Sure. Yeah, they looked bad, but they always start bad. So the fact they started bad and won, cool.
They also always play to the level of their competition. They always have close games. So maybe they'll win a lot of coin tosses. All right, your 2, and now you've got to get in the mix. You've got the AFC South, the NFC West, and the Raiders.
Yes, true. There's people calling Joe Burrow washed today too, by the way. I understand overreaction Monday, but let's not be dumb. We're not making dumb overreactions. Don't be doing that.
As someone who has him on my fantasy team, fuck you. Okay? We got to right the ship.
Yeah, Bengals, not a great showing, but hey, you ran into the Browns. That's not an easy opponent.
No.
I will go. The 49ers are so beat up now. All of a sudden, George Kittle's out multiple weeks.
Yeah.
Juwan Jennings could be out. Brock Purdy may not play, so we are not going to go there. I will go the Rams for sure.
Nice.
I think they're a good football team. And I may just do it for fun. I may take the Colts.
Yeah,
maybe Jim Irsay's got a little something cooking from either up above or down below. I'm not sure where he is, but he could have something going on there. So I'll go Rams and Colts. I think that's fun. That's a fun too.
That is a fun two. Two relative unknowns for very different reasons.
True. I think the Rams are really, really good as long as Stafford stays healthy.
Yeah. I will now validate my love for Geno Smith, and I will take the Raiders. I just think they're going to be competitive the whole damn year. I think they sneaky got like Geno's good, like a starting caliber quarterback. Handing it off to Ashton Genty is great. So of the teams remaining, I just feel like I know what you are the most. So I'm
sure.
And is that the last remaining win team? Probably not, but going Raiders. And then for sheer heart, for sheer grit, I am gonna go the San Francisco.
By the way, let's say the Bears and Vikings are also in the mix.
Oh,
they have not lost. I didn't even think about that.
I hate the Vikings.
Okay.
And I don't believe in the Bears. So I'm going to leave it. But that was enough to kind of knock me out of it. And I'm not going to say the 49ers. God damn. I guess I'm going to take the Cardinals.
Wait, me bringing those up? We're like, you know what? No. We're not doing 49ers.
It was just like we brought them up. And I'm like, I can't be less sure of the Vikings than I am of the 49ers. So, yeah. Okay. I'm going to go Cardinals. The only reason the Cardinals are a team that are like, we are all more anti-Cardinal than we deserve to be. They're not great, but they're like not bad. We're all like, we're out on them. Yeah.
We don't take them seriously. And that's fine.
It's the same way I feel, by the way, team that got beat. It's just how I feel about like, people are like, well, we know the Seahawks are terrible. Do we know that that's true?
No, I think Sam Darnold might be, but I think that as a team, they're pretty good.
But they're losers, so it doesn't matter.
They are losers. After seeing that locker room speech by Shad Khan, I think they may be the last team I even go to pick. I'm not sure if I can pick the Jaguars right
fully
now.
out. Listen, don't forget the two NFC North teams. I feel like you want one of those at least.
I know. I'm kind of leaning towards both of them, to be honest.
Full hedge. I like that full hedge.
Okay, so what do we got left? We got the Niners. We have Bears and Vikings and Jags. Is that it?
Yeah. So whoever you don't take here, I get.
I'll call my shot. I'll go Niners. I have no idea what their schedule is, but I think their defense is much better this year under Salah. And maybe they pull something together. I have no idea.
Yeah.
And I mean, they were last place in the division last year. So for the non-divisional games or whatever, they get to play last place teams as well. So maybe their schedule is easy coming up. I'm not sure. So I'll go them. And I'm going to go Vikings. It's not a team you would have chosen.
No.
But I will go the Vikings.
I think that's
without Darisaw tonight. I still think they'll win. They also don't have Harrison Smith tonight.
By the way, are there three teams left? How am I going to end up with one more team than you?
There's Bears. There's Jags. No, I think it's because I picked two right away. You pick one, and then there's one team. That's the house that's playing against us.
But that doesn't make. There should be an equal number of winners and losers.
No,
should there not?
No, because Bears and Vikings haven't played yet.
But one of them will win and one of them will lose. Am I screwing up this math? Oh, but we're picking both of them. Goddamn. Yeah, I understand now. Okay.
Yeah.
So I pick one and I leave one to the fates.
Yep. So Jags or Bears?
The whole nature of this exercise. The only thing I know about the Jags is they could win a game. I do not yet know that about Caleb Williams and the boys.
That's true.
So I am going to go, honestly, the Jags could go on a run. An ironic run for sure, but a run.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Jaguars for Jake, and then fate, I guess, the gods, and let's say the Bears.
That's now I know who I want to do it. I just wanted to be the
Yeah.
Bears. But I will say the fun part of this exercise, clear divide in our top 4 and our bottom 4.
Yeah, for sure. There's quite the divide, I would say.
Even top 6 is like, oh, those are all the contenders. Like Bills, Eagles, Packers, Bucks, Commanders, Chargers. Yeah, those are the teams we know are good.
Yep. These 6 or whatever, it could get very iffy there.
Steelers,
very
Broncos, Bengals, Rams are all good, but I think we're figuring out a bit how good.
I think Broncos are good. I'm pretty confident.
All of them. I feel the same way about the Steelers. Like, they're good. But there are things that could happen that make the record a little worse. Broncos, really the only thing that could happen is like, I mean, their division just suddenly feels very, very tough. Not that
the Bears got coming up. Bears, Lions, Cowboys, Raiders, Commanders, Saints. I mean, there's a chance. There's a chance they win all those.
You stopped talking right before you got to the Ravens.
I did. They are not going to beat the Ravens. But never know.
Okay, but by the time they got there.
Right. You never know.
Yeah, by the way, there's a world. The last team to win has 5 wins. We don't know.
For sure.
So it's like the Bears could win the race to 5.
Let's look at our first overall picks. You went Bills, I went Eagles. Because I honestly have no idea.
Yeah.
So Bills have you got a nice one here. You got
I know
Jets,
for a fact
Dolphins, Saints, Patriots, Falcons, Panthers. Very nice. And they're gonna beat the Chiefs. It's the regular season.
I believe the Bills are literally rated the easiest schedule in football, especially for like the playoff teams. So I did know that. I will say though,
they will lose the Panthers. The week before the Chiefs on the road, they will lose that game.
That's very funny. I feel like the one they're destined to lose is in Atlanta.
Maybe. Yeah. They're not good at away games. That's a primetime game too.
Yeah. Zach, before we get to your final one, if you had to pick the loserest loser, you had to pick one team to just lose the most in a row.
Yep.
Who are you picking?
Dolphins. I told you before the season they're a bad team. And what happened in week 1? They got Daniel Jones.
I would like to use this question to say I fully 180'd and I no longer believe in the Panthers. And I want to say Carolina. I just wanted to verbally say out loud my unabashed love for Bryce Young has faded very quickly.
Not great. Not a great showing, eh? Maybe he's not good.
Suddenly have no hope for his development.
Honestly, put Andy Dalton in. He's still there. Andy Dalton would get wins with this team. I can guarantee it.
I'm sick of quarterbacks that we see just like be good and then they just like have to fade away.
He needs to learn his lesson again. They got to bench him for a week again. That's what they did last year, and then he was better.
100%. All right, let's get into it. Do you want to take some of these questions before you get in the last segment? Got a bunch of fantasy ones in, or do you want to save them?
We'll start with, I don't know how we feel about Lamar and Hurts, but I'm a decent amount higher on Lamar. Would you send Braylon, Allen, and Hurts for Lamar? Yes. I think Lamar is fun, so I would do that unless I have Breece Hall. Baxter. I've never seen Baxter spelled that way. I grabbed some back-end running backs just to take some swings. Thoughts on Najee, Stevenson, and Blue? Blue is interesting just because he's a change of pace, and once he gets integrated in the offense, could be interesting. Najee's role is going to grow, but Amari Hampton's very clearly better than him, and Najee Harris is very clearly not that great at football. Ramondre Stevenson I think he's fine. I think he's a good player. He's not going to lose his role, but his overall ceiling's really low because, like, even say Travion Henderson gets hurt, then Antonio Gibson's going to see a bunch of snaps. It's the Patriots.
Yeah, he has no ceiling, but he
also
also
the Eagles. That just happened.
Did we have something reported?
Yeah. Jordan Schultz just messaged me that. That's so weird. You have Tank Bigsby on your fantasy team, don't you?
Yeah, dude. The dream's alive.
Yeah, I think that is potentially good. I'm not sure. It's better for Jacksonville's because now they have ETN, who was a bell cow for whatever reason. That's not going to last. And then they got Tootin from Virginia Tech, rookie. He's good.
Does it say what they gave
Bigsby,
up?
let me see. Tank Bigsby's, for a 5th and 6th rounder next year. So 2 draft picks, 5th and 6th. That's kind of a lot for the Eagles. Like, they don't usually give up that much.
Yeah. That is interesting for a position I didn't perceive them needing much more depth in.
Correct. They got AJ Dillon and they got Will Shipley. Will Shipley looked good.
Saquon hurt?
Fine.
Sneaky.
I don't know why it popped in my head. Saquon gay? Like, that is weird. They do want to supposedly limit Saquon just because they know what their aspirations are. Like, if everything goes right, like Eagles are back in the Super Bowl. So
yeah, that's interesting. It doesn't make me feel great about just picking the Jags to be one of the last teams without a loss. Like, they have no.
You think that made them that much worse, though?
No, but it's just like I'm out here trying to like spit a little bit of faith into them, and they're like, by the way,
Sure.
we're selling.
That is weird. Overreaction Monday in Jacksonville. They're like, we don't need you. Get out of here.
He wasn't paying attention during Khan's speech. Looked away.
Yeah, true. He's a WWE guy. I would say, like, I would guess it was forced by his agent because he was not used whatsoever in week 1.
Yeah.
So, and after a big year last year, maybe they forced it a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is. It's good for ETN. I mean, that
sure.
feels like the biggest fantasy takeaway in this. And yeah, I don't know. I guess it's obviously not good for anyone who happened to have AJ Dillon.
Yeah, if you still have him, I think AJ Dillon's done. I'm not convinced. I think Tank Bigsby's the RB2 there now in Philly, but I'm not like fully convinced that I would ship out Will Shipley shares or something like that.
I feel like they just want Shipley to. My guess is, and I thought this when I was watching them, they were using Shipley more than I thought they maybe wanted to. And
Sure.
maybe this just means maybe Dillon is like done. And it's like they're going to use a 3-back package.
He really didn't look that bad in the game. I'm not an AJ Dillon guy, obviously. I didn't think he did anything bad in that game.
No. But where was he when we were spitting?
True. Yeah, he didn't come. They need a tank to take some damage. They looked around the league. There's only one tank. Bring him in.
Yeah, Bigsby did. Let's hit Baxter's last question. The reason I asked on the RBs, I'm curious how long the hold say Blue and Najee. I think you would say hold on to Blue, right?
For now, if he's like a healthy scratch this week, you can move off of him. And then Najee, the only reason to hold on to him is as a handcuff. So if you think you can pick him back up later, fine. He's not going to go off on any given week. It's just if Amarian Hampton gets hurt, which is always possible, it is what it is. He's the very clear majority ball carrier then. It's not going to be Hassan Haskins. On the flip side, if Javonte Williams gets hurt, you could say it's Miles Sanders and Jaden Blue then there. So at the moment, Jaden Blue is not like the clear recipient of all of the carries if something happens to the starters. I just think he eventually earns himself a role. But yeah,
I think that's great. And now, what we've all been waiting for, Zach. Let's fucking overreact, dog.
We got to overreact, and it's not even us doing it, but we are going to judge your overreactions. I asked you 10 questions on Twitter, and we're going to see how much of an overreaction. Maybe, you know what? I'll do this so then you don't know the poll. So I'm going to ask you, and then you can say, and I'll reveal it, what people thought. I think you saw the first one, so
I didn't get to read it, though. I just saw the meme.
Oh, yeah, this gazpacho soup just burnt my lips. I think it's from I think You Should Leave, if I remember it. Love that show. If you've seen that show?
No, but it is like every single good friend in my life loves that show. So it is truly like I need to watch it. Yeah.
I love it. It's extremely off the walls, but if it's too off the walls for you, watch Detroiters which is also Tim Dillon.
Oh, but
And that one actually has like a narrative.
Is that with Roy Wood Jr.?
It's with Sam Richardson, who is Sam Adesanya's Nigerian prince or whatever in Ted Lasso.
He's also in Veep. And he's very good in that show. No, literally, what a weird, literally, separately and months apart, every single member of my wedding party has now told me to watch the show, which I feel like is a sign. How far deep do I have to go, you know?
One of my favorite shows. It's so good.
It's so good.
So I'm just going to tell you, because it would show all of the answers. So I'm going to tell you what could be an overreaction. You give your take, and then I'll tell you what the percentage is from the fine folks over on X.
So the percentage is like the percentage of folks who what?
I'll just tell you like both. So they're either going to vote it was an overreaction or it's the truth. It's just a fact.
Okay, got you.
So number one, the Bills are a team of destiny this season.
I really think there's a big percentage of people who believe that. I'm high on them. Team of Destiny kind of sucks because they're not that cool. I just think they're deep. And if they were the Team of Destiny, they would have won the year one of their players fucking resurrected. But it feels like a little off the boil now.
Is this the team for the Bills? Is this finally the year? That's what this is, Jake. Yes or no?
Well, you're leading me a bit. I think it's just not like they would be my Super Bowl pick right now, but I don't think this is the Bills team. I feel like there were other years for them to make a run. So, but I am going to say Team of Destiny. I'm going to translate that to they are the team the football gods are going to lead to the promised land. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say that's true.
Okay, fair enough. This is one of the closer ones, I will say.
Interesting.
53% say it was an overreaction. 47% say it's the truth. So it could just be Bills haters. I mean, it's my audience, right? So it's and I don't believe in them. So who knows? Could be some home cooking. Number 2, Mike McDaniel will be the first head coach fired this season.
Oh, I mean, who would even sneak in there? That's not only is it true, I feel like this has to be a landslide. Like no other good team is bad.
What?
Let me rephrase. No other team with expectations is currently disappointed in their coach. I think the only other this would be insane because why are we doing it at this point? Things could get so bad for Brian Daboll.
Agreed. I think that's the only other one though.
Yeah, because it's like, listen, Carolina's terrible. What are they going to do? Change, Right. So like that kind of thing. Like those teams are bad. The Saints aren't going a new direction halfway through this year, no matter how bad they are, So I suppose
maybe Cleveland. Maybe.
Yeah, but again, it's like that expectation game. So
sure.
But I hear you. I don't think you're wrong. But this is still a yes, and I would guess the crowd's really with me.
Yeah, I was surprised it was as close as it was. It's 70% people are saying it is the truth.
And I feel like that's just contrarians from today. I feel like that's just people being like, people talked about it too much already.
True, and I don't think it's necessarily incorrect. Number 3, Jake, the Chiefs dynasty is over. Is that an overreaction or is that the truth?
That's a fun one. That's such a good one because it was like they lost one, by the way, pretty competitive game.
Yep. Almost won it.
But it does. What a good question. Because do I think they're going to win the Super Bowl? No. I want to like dunk on people and be like, we just don't know anything. But do I think their dynasty? I don't. I don't think their dynasty is over. Especially it's like they've made. To me, that means they don't win the division. And I don't think that's my prediction right now. I think they probably still win it. So I'm going to say no, but I bet the audience was like, yep, it's done.
Audience agreed with you. I guess some smart followers. So they said 58% is an overreaction. So not really that close either.
I agree. Like, it's like we just don't know. And they lost to a good team in week
Right.
one.
Yeah. We'll check the temperature next week. But I think, was it last year or 2 years ago, the Chiefs lost to the Raiders? It was not good.
2 years ago.
Yeah. And they won the Super Bowl that year. So it's okay. Number 4, the Packers are the best team in the NFC.
Your audience. I'm so interested how they
I know
went
this
there.
was an interesting one. There's a lot of Packer fans that follow me, but a lot of everybody else fans too.
So I'm going to guess that they landed yes. For me, thinking through this, I don't think this is a hot take. This is not your question. They looked the best of any NFC team this last week. So by that logic,
I would say so.
I get it. I just don't know. Like, the Eagles also won. I'm going to say no, but it's like it's them or the Eagles right now is how it feels. And that's a good spot to be. But it's like the Eagles won the Super Bowl, won pretty good in like a weird game. So I'm gonna say no. But I bet people were like, yeah. Like, I bet they landed barely yes.
70%, Jake, said it was an overreaction. Packers are not the best team in the NFC.
I think that's fair. I mean, it's definitely an overreaction.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, 1 week, I would assume so. But I was surprised it was that big.
When half of their division hadn't played yet.
Right. Yeah, true.
Like, Minnesota could come out tonight, win by 50.
And you know what? We'll put up another poll. Then we'll rephrase at that point. We'll think about it again. Number 5, Lamar Jackson can't win a big game.
Just the biggest overreaction. It's not even factually true. It's so fucking dumb. He also played good. He didn't play bad.
He didn't even make a mistake at the end.
No mistakes. Good the whole time. He handed it to the world's strongest man, and he happened to drop it. What are you going to do?
This is a real talking point today, too.
Oh, it's so dumb. And but I hate that we
You
do
should
this.
play receiver. I'm sick of it.
And say what you want about Josh Allen. Now I'm repeating something I heard, but I'm gonna give credit to someone everyone should know about. We're putting over the smaller broadcasters. Bomani Jones said today.
Okay.
But why can't we just be like, Josh Allen had a good game, that's why they lost? Like, it's always like, who lost it for the Ravens? It's like, was it Harbaugh or was it Lamar? It's like, how about
one of the two?
Josh Allen went unconscious for about 8 minutes for the end of the game.
I don't know. I'm looking at you, Chuck Pagano, senior associate to the DBs or something. Might be him.
Might be him. It's obviously an overreaction. He just had the greatest quarterback season of all time last year.
Agreed with that as well. This is the biggest discrepancy, biggest landslide.
Wow.
And that 73% said it's an overreaction. So I was happy to see that.
Good.
Half done. Number 6, the Lions are terrible without Ben Johnson.
This is interesting. Let me think what I think about this first.
Okay.
There's a lot of stats people will pick out from that game that I've already seen of, like, their average play, like, yard attempt was a lot smaller, like a lot more checkdowns, a lot more safe, I guess, throws and checks, I guess. So is that the argument?
I believe there's a stat as well that Jared Goff has never won a game in the NFL when the play caller hasn't been Sean McVay or Ben Johnson, which I love.
I mean, that is true. That's so fucking dumb, but it's correct, right? I mean,
I think there's like 20 game sample size though.
Oh, he does have a different. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Is like, are those
0-1.
Because I was like, that's funny. That's a great stat. I'm gonna say no because that's not the reason. There's a real chance. I watched that game and I went, there's a real chance this Lions team doesn't make the playoffs, which I can't believe.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's because of Ben Johnson either. That's what you're getting at.
No, not at all. Like, if Dan Campbell is assisting in anything, it is offensive play calling. That shouldn't.
Yeah, people forget that. People think he's a defensive coach.
And certainly, how did we get more conservative when Dan Campbell took over more of the play calling? I don't think that's what happened.
Right.
So no, it's not because of Ben Johnson. I do think there's a valid argument you could react to the first part of that and be like, maybe they are bad.
I think that's completely fair. Audience agrees. 61% says it's an overreaction.
All right.
Number 7. This is another one that people are saying, and couldn't be me. Justin Fields is the long-term answer for the Jets at quarterback. They lost, but continue.
I'm going to go out here and say, we don't know how good he is. That's my opinion.
That's fair.
I'm out here preaching the good word. I'm not going to remember his name now. This joke's funnier if I remember the fucking Bears coach name. I'm preaching the word of the guy who wanted to keep Fields safe, who got fired because he
was it Nagy?
It was Nagy. I'm preaching the good word of Matt Nagy. He knew he was good, and he told everybody, "We're going to be bad, but our quarterback won't get killed." And they forced him to play him. He got murdered, and Nagy got fired. There was nothing you could do.
It's so unfair. It's so funny, but yeah.
So he was like, "We're gonna be bad," and they're like, "If you don't play him, we'll fire you." They played him, and he got hurt, and they fired him anyway. And then they hired fucking Truffle Nuts, dude. It's unbelievable how bad Eberflus was, and they were like anything but Nagy.
Yeah.
Truffle Nuts is crazy. I've never heard that before. But so to that,
everyone knew who you were talking about.
Yeah, I mean. Let's not worry about the end of games. We can practice that later. So there's always more time. My answer to this is he could be good. And I just think he's the best quarterback they have had in 20 years who's not named Aaron Rodgers.
For the Jets? Yeah, I mean, that's fair, I suppose. 62% do say it's an overreaction, though.
Which is fair. I mean, it's super fair.
But
he outscored Rodgers in every Jet appearance he ever had.
Probably close to true, most likely. I think I'm sure it's true. This next one you already kind of said earlier today, so maybe not an overreaction. Daniel Jones is this year's Sam Darnold.
Oh, true. It's absolutely true. Because everyone thought he was bad. I don't even know who the other candidates are.
Joe Flacco again?
If
maybe,
or we all pretend like we just weren't paying attention to Gino. We're like, hey, he's good. Yeah. He's just doing the same thing he was doing.
He should do the whole I wrote to them, they wrote to me, I wrote back thing again. Just use that line again. We'll act like it was the first time.
I think by that definition, 100% true. I also think like Daniel Jones is like win a playoff game good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but the people say 61% say it's an overreaction. Not
who are they talking about? Trevor Lawrence already plays.
I mean, maybe it's just because it's been 1 week, but hey, I'll do the same thing as we did before. I think Daniel Jones is Vanilla Vic. That's who we're going to start calling him now. We got to do it.
I think your audience, which I'm realizing, by the way, my audience too, my people, I think they're just not reactors, which I like. I think basically all of these, they've been like, let's wait.
Yeah. For the most part, we're analytical people. We're like, you know what? Let's see. Except for, yes, let's can McDaniel. We've seen what we need to see. We got that one on lock. That is the truth. This next one, though, maybe this one's the truth. Tyreek Hill will be traded before November.
All the Dolphins related ones are going to be in on. I will go a step further. I didn't know if this was going to come up today. Tyreek Hill will be back in Kansas City before the season. I said that earlier today. Yeah. Well, Contra's aligned.
I think what I said, I got really silent on the stream for a second. I'm like, I wonder if there's a team that had a speedy wide receiver get hurt who could really use someone like Tyreek Hill. I wonder how Tyreek Hill would look on that team.
Man. Is there any world this is October?
Is there any world this is September?
I meant like he's on the team by October.
I know. Same.
Oh, you're like sooner. It makes all the sense in the world. No, he won't be on that team. He doesn't want to play there.
Correct.
And they're not
Yeah.
good. Like, I also think people forgot that they're like, oh man, they're so bad they might have to trade Tyreek. Even if they figure it out, I think they're gonna have to trade Tyreek.
If they're willing to fire McDaniel, they should be willing to fire or trade Tyreek. Just get something back.
By the way, I know they're gonna fire McDaniel. I know it. We were talking earlier about sample sizes with Fields. What if we said McDaniel's made miracles happen with Tua, and now we're like,
Yeah.
he's done. Give him any other quarterback.
They're gonna, because they just paid Tua, they're gonna have to pick Tua over him.
I know. But if I'm another team, I'm going with McDaniel right away. I think he's a good coach.
I think you ship Shane down there and make Tua play safety. That's what I want to see. Let's do that.
He's got great safety tackle for him. Head first
hey.
torpedo, Troy Polamalu.
Nobody throws their head around like Tua. That's a fact.
That's right. I would.
So,
yeah, Tua and tackle drills be something to see. Never seen someone lead with their spine before.
Never seen someone get knocked out cold by the tackling dummy. 85%, Jake, said this is the truth.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill's getting traded.
That's awesome. Consensus.
Yep. This last one's my favorite one.
Okay.
I laughed hard writing it. It's funny to think. We are September 8th. Week 1 is not over. Okay. Just to set the scene. Question 10. The Russell Wilson era is already over with the Giants. We have not completed the first week, but everyone's saying Jackson Dart could start next week. And Dayball's not committing to Russell Wilson as the week 2 starter, he said.
That's insane. What have you seen? What have you seen that we're like, we knew it?
What's the point? Why is he here? Why is Jameis here? Why are we doing anything? What are we doing?
Like, you're already paying him. You're already paying him. That should be no. I get why it's a good question. That should absolutely be an overreaction.
Should
be. By sheer force, it might not be. But, like, we don't know anything new. They lost to a team they were definitely worse than.
Would Jackson Dart have done that, though?
Yes. Certainly.
We don't know. I don't think he wasn't even dressed.
This is up there. My favorite reaction I heard today was, by the way, I did write this down on ESPN's morning show. The opening debate topic was Sunday Night Football. What happened? Bills won or Ravens lost? And I was like, got it. Got our fastball. There it is. We're in it. Football, baby.
NFL's back. We love it.
My favorite take I heard, which is, are we all too hyped on Cam Ward? What? We're done already? Yep. Rex Ryan's out on him.
Yeah, you had a boy, Rex. See what I need to see. Couldn't get it done against the best defense in the league. On the road.
Yeah, people just suddenly stop understanding the rookie quarterback shouldn't be good right away.
I love it. I wish I could get paid just to be a jackass about something I didn't believe. That's all I want. Let me argue a point I don't actually believe. That'd be fun. But so you're saying the Russell Wilson is not actually over.
The era's not over. The era's not over.
Okay, well, 72% of people say it is.
How?
So let's recap. My audience, who I love, has said 3 things I believe are the truth. Yes, 3 things. 1, Mike McDaniel will be the first coach fired. 2, Tyreek will be traded before November. And 3, the Russell Wilson era is already over before week 1 has concluded. We're logical thinkers. We're big brain people.
They're also agents of chaos who want change.
Basically. Yeah. Packers being the best team. That's not fun. Who cares? But we need to mix it up a little bit.
Your audience, this is so funny. Your audience is critical rebuilders. They're like, we know we're bad, scrap it.
Yep. Start over. If we're not winning a Super Bowl, what are we even doing?
Are
Can
the
this team win a
Packers
Super Bowl
good?
this year?
Yeah. Is Daniel Jones decent? Who knows?
Are we hanging banners for 12 wins or no? Because if we're not, then ship them out.
That's so funny. By the way, we are who's the next quarterback to get paid if it's not Daniel Jones?
That's interesting. I don't know.
I mean, a rookie. Where are we at rookie context? CJ Stroud.
Stroud's a good one. People, that's another overreaction that I almost included. People are saying not just Bryce Young. Bryce Young and CJ Stroud both need to be benched. And I couldn't agree more. What about, there's the better quarterback on the Texans roster.
Who?
I like Graham Mertz.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that. I watched the SEC documentary and I just thought to myself, I'm like, Graham, stop.
Oh, he's in it? I haven't watched it.
He's in it and he gets benched immediately, of course, because he gets hurt. They set it up. It's going to be a QB duel between him and the guy who's definitely better than him. And then he gets hurt anyway.
He cooked in the preseason, validated everything I ever said about him.
I don't know. Spencer Rattler is kind of who I'm in on. The rattlesnake dude.
He sucks. He's the worst. I hate him. There is not a more hateable player maybe in the league.
Come on.
You're
a dick publicly in high school and you're a dick forever, huh?
He is. He is.
He can be really nice now.
Don't care. Change your face. I don't even need to say another thing.
He's tried changing his haircut many times.
Yeah. That's true. Not working. Okay, well, since we're doing quick overreactions to Bears and Vikings. Caleb Williams 6 for 6, 51 yards. JJ McCarthy 1 for 1, 5 yards. There may not be an incompletion in this game.
I was gonna say God might be right. The Bears
0-0 game though.
Oh, they draw. That'd be fun.
Maybe. Yeah, no one's going to score any points or have an incompletion today.
That's never happened, right? 0-0 draw, NFL?
I don't think so. There's usually something that happens. I think there's been like a 2-3 game back in the day.
Yeah, old school. By the way, safety's got a lot of love this weekend. Like, not safety's the position, but safety's the rule outcome. Feel like I saw a safety or a near safety in every game I watched.
That's true. Rashawn Gary saved a safety. He took him and pulled him out. What a good guy.
The Ravens almost got a safety on a 2-point conversion. Did you see that?
Yeah, Van Noy had the big brain to walk out.
Which was, by the way, that sucked because you could already hear the broadcasters trying to do the math. I was like, yes, give me a 1-point safety.
Would that have been? I honestly don't know the rule. I think it's 2 points.
I don't know. They were talking through it. They were trying to figure out what was about to happen.
I think it's 2 points. Maybe not, though. If it's 1 point, that's so interesting. If it's one.
That was what was said out loud, but then it got, X'd right away because they were moving on. But I was like, is that how that works? It's a 1-point, 2-point conversion? If so, do you get the ball back? That's the most.
True. That's true.
That can't be how that works. It can't be that you get the ball back. Because if that's the case, you would throw it to the middle linebacker every time and just tackle him.
Because if they return it for a touchdown, they get points, but they don't kick off.
They don't get 7 points.
No, I think they get 2.
Which is why it would maybe make sense if like a safety's worth less than that.
True.
But they can't get the ball back because sincerely, you would just throw it to the middle linebacker and tell your center, tackle him before he gets out of the end zone. Because then we get the same number of points and we get the ball back. We're never on defense again.
Belichick would have done that if that was true. We would have done that.
Yeah, we could have looped it forever.
Okay, Baxter has a couple questions before we get out of here. Guys think that the New England Patriots offense can bounce back. Seem pretty rough. I think they can bounce back. I think they're a decent team. Their offensive line is not great. Once they improve their offensive line, they'll be better. But, is what it is. They got good playmakers there now, though. Decent, at least. Thoughts on Jalen Warren sharing the backfield with Gainwell? Gainwell's the RB1. Jalen Warren's just the change of pace receiving back. So, I think it's pretty much a 50-50 split. And then the rookie Caleb Johnson will mix in once the Steelers aren't in a position to lose a game. They're not going to. Aaron Rodgers will not let a rookie ruin his final season. Just know that. Like, they're not going to put a rookie out there in a one-score game.
You think this is last season no matter what?
I think so. I think it has to be. I hope it's not. I would love it if they make it to the AFC Championship and he runs it back or something, but I don't know.
Last thing I have for you, I forgot. I was going to message you this off the show, but it's funny enough. I think I'll share it here. I saw a clip where they were asking, and I don't think it's this year, so you've probably seen it. They were asking Dan Campbell what Lions of the past he would want on the team.
Okay.
And they were like going through and he was like listing. They were like, okay, if you had to like pick a position to have on the team, Genie Novato, you can add anybody to any position. And the interviewer almost introduces it like, you don't really need wide receivers. You don't really need running backs. So maybe not Barry he doesn't say Calvin Johnson. He says like a different receiver. And Dan, you could see it in his eyes. Dan Campbell's like, it would be Megatron. And he's like, it would be that. And he can't help himself. He's like, I have a package in mind. We'd roll him out there. Maybe I'd let him throw one. Like, it's just like, and all I could think was, he's called him. He's absolutely called his house. Yeah, been like, hey, what's up?
I think he was teammates with him potentially.
I think so.
That'd be interesting. I wonder if that's ever happened. A head coach coaching someone he was teammates with. I don't think so.
I do think there should be like every team should get to like add one dude from 10 years ago. Maybe the better word is have to.
Alumni week. Yeah, let's do it.
Alumni week's a fucking rad idea. That's really good. Yeah.
That'd be great. Who do the Packers bring then?
So let's be fun and say it's got to be one on either side of the ball.
Okay.
And you want someone who can contribute, right? Like do something. We're not just rolling Gilbert Brown out there and seeing what happens.
No, but we are rolling Eddie Lacy out there and telling him to spin.
We are, aren't we?
And it's gonna be incredible.
That's good. I think Eddie Lacy on offense, clearly.
Yeah, obviously.
See what happens. He might be guard, but he'll be out there.
He'll spin still. Don't matter.
Defense.
Defense is interesting.
AJ. He's still got
AJ,
it.
Maybe his knees aren't great, but maybe AJ.
Well, none of them are in good shape. Nick Collins, how's his neck? Is it better now with rest? That's how wrestlers work. They all break their necks, go away for 10 years, and then forget about it.
Bring him back. That'll bring... if we can bring Charles Woodson back, that would be the answer.
I was just thinking Charles Woodson could definitely put him in the right package.
Yeah, for sure. BJ Raji, I'd just like to sign a life. That's all I really care about. If BJ Raji could wave, I just want to make sure he's okay.
I think the actual answer I was thinking of, you mentioned Raji. I think Matthews gets one more rush in.
I don't know why. I was convinced you would say Johnny Jolly.
I want the record to show I dismissed that thought already, but Johnny Jolly is the right answer. That or Kabasha Biamila.
True. Yeah, true. Yeah. Tari Bigby would be interesting.
Oh, Al Harris is around.
He is around. Yeah, he's on the Cowboys. Yeah, that would work.
He'd be in. No, that's fun. That'd be really good. The Rams just going, we want to do this every week. His name is Aaron Donald, and we keep calling him.
And he has to pick up. We love this rule.
One week where they get to play Aaron Donald.
Yeah. Patriots and Buccaneers are both calling Tom Brady.
But, of course, the league agrees. Still no Andrew Luck. He's the only one. He can't make a play.
Still no Andrew Luck, and the Chargers still call Eli Manning.
Drew Brees. Saints can't get Brees because the Chargers get him first.
Yeah, I've claimed him.
You got to get Archie.
Baxter, I'd want Warren over Gainwell still. He's still a better player.
Yeah. And with
Thank
that,
you all for all the comments and
Yes.
hanging out. If you like it, definitely give us a subscribe and comment any of your overreactions for week 1. And if there's some good ones, we'll definitely read them on the show next week.
Luke Van
Or if you
Ness,
wanna-
defense MVP.
True. LVN MVP. I don't know why
Yeah.
I almost said LVS. Yeah, LVN MVP. That works. But yeah, we will be back next week with more overreactions, more of the biggest headlines, and another draft. We'll do another draft. It's getting drafty.
It's getting drafty, dude.
It's getting drafty. We're hitting our stride. So we'll be back next week. See ya.